And I welcome you once again to the marvelous medium of radio. Hi, I'm Bill Pearce, and this is Nightsounds. I've had the joyful opportunity for many years to host this program. I'm all alone in the studio here. I don't see anyone else, so I guess I'm number one in the field of one. But you're there, and we're together, and that's important. Thank you for joining me. Maybe you're searching the dial tonight, wondering if there's anything worth listening to. Well, I'd like to ask you to stay with me, because there may be something in these next few moments together that will strike home with you and perhaps connect with you in a very special way. I hope so. Anything change in your life since this time last night? Well, you might respond, I'm one day older. Hope I've learned something. Well, life changes, and we change with it. In fact, I was reading in the Bible the other day about how we're basically given 70 years in this life. That's 70 years, and anything beyond that, if we're fortunate enough to continue living, is sort of filled with some pain and some bad experiences and a few knocks along the way, even perhaps more than those first 70. We do change. Times are changing. In fact, there is a magazine with the title Changing Times. With that in mind, tonight's program title is an upper. It's a happy outlook, because I've given it one word, that is changeless. There's not much that's changeless in this world, but we're looking in Hebrews, the Bible, the New Testament, and I see there a very important verse. Hebrews 13, verse 8. Jesus Christ, it reads, is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And in just a few moments, we're going to have a musical selection with that title. But first, I'm going to take us out to New York to a live concert by the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. There's quite a bit of energy and synergy in this particular movement here musically. We're usually laid back on our program with our music and commentary, but now and then we'll have a real winner number. This should keep you awake for a few more minutes. You'll hear the live crowd back there, the great orchestra introducing the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir and soloists. The song entitled, He, God, is the same. That's good. While we change, He never changes.
he gave, and today he still lives, and his power is unchanged. Jesus Christ is still the same. He is the same. Yesterday, today, and forever. Yes, his unchanging love is forever. And his precious blood still has the power. He's still the yesterday, today, and forever. And his unchanging love is forever. Jesus Christ, yesterday, today, and forever. He's always and forever the same. Jesus Christ, he is the
Well, that should lift you off the surface a little distance. The Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir and soloist there. He, Christ, is the same. And tonight's program just bears that message all the way through, musically and verbally, and I trust spiritually and emotionally with you too. And a few moments ago, as I was mentioning changes taking place in our lives, I've noticed some physical changes in my body in the last 6 months. And I've had to counteract some of them and work up some sort of strategy to overcome any weakness that may come on the flank without my noticing until it's there. But once again, as we adapt to change, and don't let change take us over, don't let it burden us down, because we are resilient people. We can do things that we don't think we can do. And I'm going to be referring tonight, along the way here, to some very significant scripture verses. Some of them are very short in wordage, but very potent, such as Malachi, chapter 3, verse 6. God says, I, the Lord, do not change. Psalm 48:14, quote, For this God is our God forever and ever. He will be our guide even to the end. And Psalm 102:27, Thou art the same, and thy years will not come to an end. And the psalmist says again in Psalm 90, verse 2, Before you created the hills or brought the world into being, you were eternally God, and you will be God forever. And this marvelous verse from Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Joy Morgan Davis wrote a prayer, said, O Lord, I try so continually to get where I'm going, but often I drive my wagon into the brambles. I frequently fight my way through the tangled underbrush instead of finding your path And even when I arrive at the right destination, I'm all scratched and I'm bruised and bleeding, having struggled through thorns that you never intended. I try so hard, Lord, to cross the rivers without sinking, to climb the mountains without fainting, to walk the valleys without fear. I try. It's my best attribute and my worst. Lord, help me to release, to listen, to learn, to grow, to let go of the reins and just ride beside you. I ran across a selection of music recorded years ago by a very famous male quartet, the Imperials. This is one of their earlier recordings, but when I saw the title, I thought, that's for me. I've got to get that on the program tonight, because it says exactly what that verse in Hebrews was saying just a few seconds ago. Because I'm working my own control board here, now and then you'll hear mechanical sounds, and I'm doing about 19 things at once, plus speaking with you and trying to interpret the various items that are being read and quoted, poetry and such. Right now I'm going to reach over and push one of my machines. Hear that little click? That brings in our music. And here is the beautiful song, He Never Changes.
Never changing Father, I can't get over why you choose to love me, why you even care. Sometimes friends forsake me, try to bend and break me. My never-changing Father, you're always there. It's so nice to know I can lean on you in a world where so many things crumble. Yes, you knew that I'd need you constantly. In the summer, the winter, or springtime, if it's raining, Lord, if there's sunshine, makes no difference at all. You're no different. You're faithful to me. So faithful. Never changing Father. You never change. I can't get over why you choose to love me, why you'd even care. Sometimes friends forsake me, try to bend and break me. Never changing Father, you're always there. In my darkest hour, when I'm lonely, when I need you, you'll be there. My never change, Father. I can't get over why you choose to love me, why you'd even care. Sometimes friends forsake try to bend and break me, never changing, Father, you're always there. My never-changing Father, you're always there.
Praise the Lord, He never changes. Tonight's program is entitled Changeless, and we're looking in the scriptures and just remembering that our God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. I'll be back to this subject in just a moment. May I remind you, and just in case you've joined us in the past few seconds or minutes, that you're in tune with a program called Nightsounds. Many of you are driving right now. We find our way into the cabs of many 18-wheelers as they traverse the nation's interstates late at night, going from time zone to time zone. Some of them tell us that they hear the same program 2 and 3 times a night. Well, we'll keep you awake anyway, I hope. Thank you for joining me. We find our way through radio into hospital rooms, private homes, walkmen, people on the move, those going to and from responsibilities at night, medical personnel, students studying. I'm so grateful to be with you in this manner. The Lord has allowed this outreach for many years, and it continues after we go off the air, through the music of the sacred treasury of Nightsounds, 13 albums now, vocal and instrumental music. Many write for information about the program format, because it is a bit different from most national and international radio outreaches. And we have a catalog for you. It gives the entire picture of the services and ministries of this outreach. Our mailing address is Nightsounds, Wheaton, Illinois, 60189. And our subtitle tonight, Changeless, speaking of our God, who does help us to maintain our equilibrium as we adjust to changes around us and within us. We are, as I mentioned a moment ago, resilient people. God has put in us the ability to transfer meaning and to communicate one with another. Dr. Miles Monroe was speaking of time and change when he said in his book, Releasing Your Potential, what lies behind you is history. What lies before you is future. These are both tiny matters compared to what lies within you. You may not be able to change your past, and your future is yet unlived, but the present provides you with opportunities to maximize your life and the ability that lies within you. But we must take responsibility for our abilities. No one else can do it for us. And then he asks the question, are you living a stillbirth life? Are you aborting your entire purpose for living? I encourage you to take responsibility right now for not only your abilities, but for your opportunities. For instance, I can't take for granted or assume that everyone listening to me is agreeing with what is being said or played tonight. We're reaching a real mix through radio. That's a privilege. But I would be shirking my responsibility to God and to you to let you know that Jesus died for you, that you and I were both born in sin along with every other person in this world. We were born in trouble spiritually. That's why Jesus came as the sinless person, took upon him the form of humanity, lived and died for you and for me, that we might be free before a holy God to enter his heaven with him. But we're people of choice, not machines. We can say yes or no to him, the most dangerous liberty we'll ever have. Would you, being a thinking person, Yield him your heart and life right now, in your own way, through prayer, just where you are. Let him touch your life with his eternal, changeless power. You'll never regret it. The Singers Unlimited in back of me here, with some rhythm instruments, doing what we call vocal vowel sounds. Just different kinds of sound projections. But soon they'll get to the lyrics, and I'll play some horn prior to that. Beautiful old spiritual entitled He Never Sleeps. The old spirituals there, He never sleeps, He never slumbers, He watches me night and day. Trombone with the Singers Unlimited and low brass. This is Nightsounds, still on the air. Changeless is the title of our time together tonight. Leona Choi wrote, "No life structures last, for all will pass. Adjustments and change, transitions and turning points, crossroads and crises, nothing stays the same. As soon as I'm serene, God shifts the scene. He kaleidoscopes my life and my settled world, shattering and fragmenting it into a totally new pattern. God quicksilvers my human securities, not in caprice, but with divine purpose. He is in pursuit. God is intentionally keeping me in motion, preparing me for the great change, my transfiguration into the person I shall be when I exchange my mortality for His image in eternity. Thank you so much tonight for being there where you are and for sharing these moments with me. I appreciate you and would be delighted to hear from you. If we can help you in any way, by prayer support or sending materials, this is our desire. So a brief look at my electronic timer over here reminds me that we are part of the fastest half hour in radio. With our theme sneaking in underneath us, let me just say thank you so much for being with us again tonight. May God bless you in a very real way. As we go, my mind just strikes on a poignant word from a Christian mathematician who said, "He who leaves God out of his calculations does not know how to count." So, may we connect again by God's divine providence in a few short hours or more on the program Night Sounds. Till then, a great day to you tomorrow, and until we meet again, a peaceful good night to each and every one of you.